Right now, I'm on day 8 of this 30-day challenge that I set for myself where I've got to make 30 sounds in 30 days. And I'm about to make sound number 8, but it's something very different to what I expected I would be making at the beginning of this challenge. And a lot has happened since then, so to contextualize that, I'm making this video because I kind of want to take you back to day 1 and tell you all about what's happened. Day 1, motherfuckers! For some reason, I don't know why, but Lonely Together by Avicii and Rita Ora, that has been stuck in my head, particularly the ARP at the beginning. I might hate myself tomorrow, but I'm on my way tonight, let's be lonely together. To explain why I'm doing this, I think, at the risk of telling you my life story, I think I have to tell you about this book. This book is The War of Art, and it kind of changed the course of the way that I think about creativity when I started making music.
Kind of like that.
It's by Steven Pressfield, and in it he talks about this invisible force called resistance, which all creatives feel, which is the thing that stops you from making stuff.
I kind of want to layer it a little bit.
And it gives us a very clear answer to it in this. It's to become a professional. And being a professional doesn't necessarily mean making money from your art or anything like that. It's more about the way a professional approaches their work. In your day job, you turn up on time and you do that without even thinking, and it becomes automatic. So that's the solution. It's turn up every day and don't rely at all on inspiration, which can be incredibly random. And that's kind of where a challenge like this comes from. But there's one big issue with that train of thought. It started off inspiring and then it got a little bit grindy. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit angry at myself. Every single time without fail, I start doing something after a while of not doing something and I ease into it. I expect myself to make some incredible shit straight away. Seb, relax. It's not that deep. The thing that I was saying before that is a bit of a, let's say, a slippery slope from this book is into ones like these. Stop being a fucking bitch and do shit all the time and grind and push. That's a very slippery slope. The road that takes you from this to this is confusing consistency with constant. And that's something that Coach Bennett has said a lot. And that's where the second part of this challenge comes in. I explained it very well to someone else on day 6, so I'll let day 6 me explain the rules of this. Can you read that?
That is so cool. No.
I have 3 rules for myself. Rule 1, I'm only allowed to make music at the same time twice throughout the whole challenge. So if I use up 9 AM, I can only do one other 9 AM, which gives me 15 hours, which could be a bit fucked, but we'll see. The second one is I have to make music in 2 new locations per week. So just somewhere else. And the third rule is this one, I gotta make music with 1 new person a week. Basically, those rules are in place to help me commit to newness and help me try and make this challenge about consistency rather than constant, which is just doing the exact same thing at the exact same time every year. Every year, every day. Today's a bit hectic. So I recently got a job a few days a week as a barista, and today is one of the days I'm working. Turns out I am apparently working today till 4 PM. I got out a bit early because I'm a quick finisher. And it's gonna be a frantic ass tune today, but that's okay, because I have an idea. Oh my God, I thought I wasn't gonna start. My extra rule of me trying to get a couple locations in, that's not gonna be quite easy, because most locations that I wanna go to are outside. But I'm gonna try it anyway, today for some reason. Well, there's your landmark. But it's kind of raining, so I don't... I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out.
Humanity, a blessing. From the roots to the stems to the branches to the leaves, we are all over humanity in peace. As you see, we can all live as one to overcome and stop dropping bombs and be strong like a tree can.
I'm sorry, Dusto. Should we just use this? And then we can remove it afterwards. Yeah, let's download this shit. We will
Flow like the end of times, like the end of days. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flow like the end of times, like the end of days. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flow like the end of times, like the end of days. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flow like the end of times, like the end of days. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's getting a bit dark. My ass is a bit cold. I'm gonna get into the car. This is fucking epic. How long did that take me? Maybe like an hour? I actually have a vibe. I have something which is... I have some percussion which is cool. I'll just show you, bro. I'll just show you. Woo! Oh! Dude, I can't remember the last time I made some like intricate UKG sounding, and it's kind of gritty. What I was thinking of is I never make music under these circumstances, like ever. There is no situation outside of this challenge where I would bring myself towards the end of a super tiring day, bring my laptop to some random spot and just make a tune. And that kind of gave me a sort of energy which I never usually have. Today was a vibe. Day 2 complete. Let's go. Our first location of the week and our first location of the challenge. Let's freaking go. The thing that you're not seeing in between any of these sections which I put in here is the amount of stuff which I had on in these first few days. I'm not kidding when I say these first 3 days were the most intense days of the entire year. If I stopped for a second, everything would collapse. What I mean there is in between the days, I had work because I've started working at a cafe as a barista. There were 8-9 hour days, and in between that, I had Discord. And what do you mean, Discord, like the app? Yeah. So I didn't mention earlier, but I actually opened this challenge up to anyone who wanted to participate. They could join the Discord server, and every day I would have a new channel where I would just open up for people to post their sound of the day. But I didn't expect hundreds of people to sign up. I'm just a small creator and one guy with 2 mods on my Discord server, and I did not expect this. So the first few days were filled with a lot of stress from new members, people doing absolutely nothing wrong, people being extremely creative and open and free and ready to take this on, but it was just a lot. Sick. Let's try this out. Well, that went swimmingly. As we get into day number 3, you'll see that I'm not just tired, I'm really hungry as well. No, 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 no. I think it's 1 down to the 6, up to the 2. Do that on an electric guitar and then layer it with like symphonic strings. I have pork belly. And I had an idea. I just came off another fucking long day of work. So today, we're doing a 5 p.m. baby. I was trying to like get started with making this thing, but every time I would finish swallowing, I would have such a strong urge to eat because I'm fucking hungry at this point. And I've got dessert. Let's freaking go. No, fuck it. Kind of works though. Maybe a melody will come to me after I put in the strings. Do 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 do. Something like that. Dude, I'm so rusty at violin. Ah! I think I might do this. Dun, split it up. As someone who played violin for 10 years, this is a bit embarrassing to have to split them up like this. Now we gotta fucking play the harder part. Like, I'm not thinking about like tiring myself out. I just want to get this to a vibe. That'll do. I ended up adding a bass guitar just to bring it up a little bit, and then removed some of the stuff at the beginning, and this is what we got. I really kind of like it. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. I don't really get where this is coming from. I've been really stressed over the last few days, getting together all of the challenge stuff for this, which makes it even more confusing to me where this comes from. Because I finished yesterday and today I finished work as well, and hoofed down some food, super tired, super hungry, and sat down, and my only theory that I have is it might be like the fact that I've been doing so much stuff and moving around has been bringing in inspirational like ideas rather than just sitting down and being like chill and like in a good state. I don't really get it. My mate at work that I was with that day, he said something which is really interesting because he knew that I was doing this challenge and I was slightly complaining that I had to work so much. So he said something like, it's more authentic because real life never stops. And I think he's right. Most of us who are creative, we have to find pockets of space and time in our days and our weeks to make stuff. And it can often feel like we wish we had huge blocks of time to make things. But in reality, when you get those blocks of time, you start to realize that if there's no input, if you're not doing other stuff, the output really suffers. And I'm not saying it's good because I was actually really stressed in these first few days, but I guess maybe the creative output was better. I feel like what's happened is I've gotten into like my own vacuum because all I'm doing is making these songs every day and then editing the songs, editing the videos, that is. If your input and your inspiration is lacking, you can't just constantly output because it will just end up being really bad. After that super intense period, on days 4 and 5, I kind of gave myself some rest days because knowing from last year that I'd done this, you need days where you just bang one out, don't really care about the final result. Location 2, that was both a success and a failure at the same time, I think. Mainly because it was so fucking loud. But the issue was, I was starting to compare myself to people that were posting stuff on Discord. Now, that's kind of crazy if you think about it. Discord, which has to be one of the most healthy social platforms in terms of self-comparison, was where it was happening on my Discord server that I had created for my challenge, which I had set for other people to do. All of these things are like kind of optimal, yet I was still finding the comparison trap so hard to get out of. So if I'm feeling it, I can imagine so many other people are. I kind of found that because there was a separate channel for each day and all we had to do was post the sound that we made on that day, it kind of reduced the person or the process or the sound down to one post and it was next to someone else's post. That's the main issue with social media in comparison. It strips away all the context and leaves you with this one simple and easy thing to compare to someone else's simple and easy thing. I don't see that the person there has had years and years of piano lessons and playing piano, and I don't see that they had heaps more time than me that day and far less things to do, far fewer actually. I'm not saying that this is a bad challenge, but I think that identifying it is really important because that's a very supportive, creative place. And even in a place like that, the comparison trap is alive and well. I started to notice that there was a temptation to, because I was comparing myself to others, to actually make something filled out. And in the process, I forgot why I did this in the first place. Right now, some of the most fun I've had in the last few months has been playing around with small snippets of audio and creating little tracks for these videos. One of the things I really wanted to do was focus on making some audio for videos because I've really been enjoying that and I hadn't done any of it. So on day 5, I think it was, I said, fuck it. I want to make a sound, and I just jammed on my synth and I had some fun. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that was pretty. At the end of this week, on Sunday, day 6, is where the third rule which I put in place came into play. I made music with someone new, and it was really fun. Yo.
Yo, hello.
Hang on, my audio's not working. 1 second. Wait, speak.
Yo.
Still can't. Alright, I'll rejoin. This is Milo, and he's someone I got in contact with a few months back on Instagram for a kind of unrelated reason. He and I have never made music together, and making music with a new person is a very new experience, which wasn't helped by the amount of tech that just didn't work this sesh. Why isn't this working? Oh, I think we're good.
Yeah. Hello.
Sorry, dude, I know it's very late for you.
Bro, it's fine.
I hope you work on the evening.
I work all any time. Like, yeah, I'm on the Wi-Fi of where I'm staying.
This is the most Skype session. What is happening?
Oh my god, this is truly the most unlucky. I know you hate Logic, but it's the best tool in the world, so this is my door of choice.
Yeah, let's flip a coin.
I'm tails.
Yeah. You're gonna have to trust me, it's heads. Yes.
It's just so blatantly tails, and everyone's just like, what? I really like that.
There was the, I wanted to be on the, when you hit the minor 4, yeah, start the way you were, and then the second.
Some sort of passing chord?
Could do, like a diminished.
There's so much latency.
Yeah.
As in, like, I didn't know I was interrupting you, and then, yeah, this is so, okay, I'm gonna speak, and then just pause, and then, because I don't want to, like, it's just sad, because Every time I speak, I'm like, I know I'm going to interrupt the next thing he's about to say.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start recording everything.
Yeah,
Let's just
I've been recording everything.
same. I'm gonna turn everything off. If you want to
Okay,
do the
cool.
same, I reckon that's a good idea. We've made a thing, and it's what time is it for you?
So right now it's 1:10 a.m. I'm having a great time.
One thing I haven't mentioned is that your voice has like over the last 2 hours just gradually become like slower and more calm.
In like an hour, I'm just gonna. This is the greatest thing of all time. This is our baby.
Okay. That was a fucking vibe. Despite a million problems with online collaboration, like this turned out like fun. So, I've completed rule 3, which is make a tune with one person this week, 2 locations this week, 6 sounds this week, and 6 different hours this week. That's a resounding success! I'm actually kind of stunned how my state has changed by actually making music with someone else rather than just like myself all the time. I feel a lot more open and happy and free. That's a good rule, bro. That's a good rule. Day 6 complete. I gotta load it better. I think that's what I'm going to do for day number 8 and sound number 8. A riff from a song which I really like. The more I've thought about constraints and the more I've thought about the point of this challenge, which was to commit to being creative and engaging with music and commit to newness every day, it's made me realize that the constraints really shouldn't get in the way of that. But what about day number 7? I haven't mentioned day 7, you've probably realized that. And you might not know it, but you've already heard sound number 7. And that's because on day 7, I finally decided, you know what? I want to make some music for videos. And I'm going to make the music for this video. But that's kind of it for week 1, I think.